and welcome back to God Made Dirt. I'm so glad that you are able to join me here today. This is the podcast where we explore the highs and the lows of the human experience through a faith-filled, back-to-basic lens. I'm your host, Carrie Linton. Have you ever been on a cruise, a boat, a paddleboard, anything like that, and it started to sink? I hope not. I was on a cruise ship with my family and I'm listening to the captain tell us what to do in the case of an emergency, all these life vests and, where to go. I was just praying that it wouldn't happen. I don't want that to happen. What would you do if you were on a sinking ship? Like I think about the Titanic, how did they manage? Picture it. The floor is tilting, water's rushing through the cracks, and people are panicking, running from here to there. People are shouting at each other, trying to plug holes here and there. There's buckets flying to get the water out. There's hands wailing, screaming all over the place. People are scrambling to gain control. This is what I've noticed. In moments when things are flooding, things are overflowing, things are uncontrollable, the mask of, I'm fine, I'm okay, that slips out the door. Crisis has a funny way of revealing our true character. You don't rise to the occasion in situations like that. You fall to the level of your preparation. How prepared are you for a crisis? Preparation, that's an inside job. That's everything that you have done before the crisis happens. So today we're talking about crisis control, crisis situations, and not the kind that you learn in a leadership seminar with a guest executive speaker or a corporate workshop. We are talking about soul level control, the kind that helps you not only survive through the storm that's taking place right then and there, but the one that makes you wiser, more whole, and better rooted in who God called you to be. Let's get into it. So picture it again, that sinking ship. It's chaos. People are fighting, accusing each other of not working fast enough, not trying hard enough. Some folks are frozen. They're overwhelmed. Some people are barking orders. Do this, do that. They really have no authority. They don't work for the cruise ship or anything like that, but they're trying. They're nervous. They're scared. Some people are nervous, laughing, cracking jokes about the fear, and a few are silent. They're watching, they're observing, they're listening. They're trying to figure out what happens next. If you haven't figured it out, the ship is a metaphor. It's a metaphor for life. Life leaks sometimes. Job loss, death, betrayal, a health scare. And when it does, we can't afford to just act. We have to respond. And when the water starts rising, what comes out of you? Because whatever in you, when it gets squeezed, it comes out in a crisis, like an orange. God is always pruning us. In John 15:2, he says something simple, but it's very weighty. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes so that it will be even more fruitful. Let that sit for a second. Even the fruitful parts get pruned. Why? That means even when we're doing well, when we're bearing fruit, when we're listening, we're in a good season, God still allows discomfort. Why? Not to hurt you, but to grow you. Pruning feels like loss, but it's actually refinement. It's correction wrapped in care. It's the loving hand of God shaping your soul for what's next. I remember going through a season where things were breaking left and right. Friendships were falling apart. My finances were disorganized, and even my faith felt wobbly. And at first, I was trying to plug the holes with busyness. What more can I do? I have to fix it. I have to be productive. I have to serve more, do more, smile more. Pretend that everything is okay when I was falling apart. But what I didn't realize was I was trying to manage the optics instead of tending to the internal leaks. I was trying to be useful instead of being honest. And let me tell you something, that only delays the breakthrough. Eventually, I had to stop and ask myself, what's going on? What is God trying to teach me? I had to pray, Lord, what in me is being exposed right now that you want to heal, that you want to grow, that you want to improve? That was the turning point for me. Because when you stop blaming the storm, why is this happening? What is wrong with this situation that's causing me to have to come out of my comfort zone? And you stop doing that and you start studying the patterns, you find out that crisis is a mirror. It's a mirror of what's going on internally. And sometimes God allows that mirror to fog up. When you're taking a shower and the mirror fogs up, you can't see. You eventually have to wipe it clean and face what's really there. Michael Jackson talks about looking at the man in the mirror. You have to see what's going on inside. I want to give you something tangible. If you're in a storm right now, things are chaotic, things are falling apart, here are 3 steps to help you manage yourself. Even if you can't manage the situation, okay? Start with you. Number 1, breathe before you speak. James 1:19 says, be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. This is crisis control 101. Your words carry weight, especially in storms. Pause before you speak. Number 2, ask better questions. Instead of asking, why me? Ask, what are you teaching me? Growth begins when the questions shift from blaming to learning. Number 3, let people see the real you. Obviously, just the people who you trust, who are close, because crisis is not a time to be perfect. Let people witness the process. It's where your authenticity shines. This is where God-made dirt comes alive. It's the raw, it's the dirty, it's the gritty, it's the honest places. God never called us to be perfect. He calls us to lean on Him. And when people see you doing that in times of hardship, it speaks volumes. The Bible talks about parables and metaphors. A storm isn't just a storm, and a sinking ship isn't just a sinking ship. They're metaphors, wake-up calls, signals, growth opportunities. And if you're willing to zoom in on the situation and then zoom out, you're willing to ask God, what's the lesson in this symbol? You'll discover that nothing is ever really wasted. Not the pain, not the pruning, not even the panic. That initial panic. It's not even wasted if you really look at it and learn. I want to leave you with this. Your calm, your peace is a weapon in crisis. And it's not fake calm. It's spirit-led, peace-infused calm that says, though the waters rage, I will not be moved. Psalm 46:2 says this, therefore we will not fear, though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea. This isn't about pretending the storm isn't real. It's about remembering that God is more real than the storm, and that the version of you, the calm, the mature, the grounded you, is formed in the pruning. So don't despise the crisis. Study it. Study yourself. Grow from it. Let God use it. Because who you are when the ship is sinking, that's who you really are. If today's episode has blessed you, share it with someone who's navigating stormy seas. And don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, or join our growing community of soul seekers. This is God Made Dirt. I'm Carrie Linton. Keep growing, keep pruning, and remember, storms don't last, but God does. See you next time. One love.